there's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They did not have an easily explainable pattern.
He literally has the best, ability to say so many words without saying a damn thing.
Another infallible advice that few people know is to use salt to attract money and love. It is very simple. You just have to...
Okay, y'all, before you click off, you have to see this fucking video about this girl. Watch this, because nobody has pointed this out except for this guy. Watch.
If you know you're socially conditioned, you're no longer socially conditioned.
Thank you.
So, even though your family may not know this consciously, in their hearts, what they really wish for you, in their spirits, in their souls, in their hearts, is for you to be who you truly are. That's how you honor them. That's how you honor yourself. I know that in their physical minds, they may not think that way, but if you are going to be the good daughter, how about you think better for them?
Can you elaborate?
Think better of yourself on their behalf.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nurse Dre. Thank you so much for stopping by again. If the universe has led you here in a crazy twist of fate, hit that subscribe button. You will not be disappointed. Let's get straight into these crazy videos on TikTok that are blowing people's mind and keeping them up at night, knowing the truth of our reality. Let's go.
Disappears due to perspective. And here's another example. The line is tied perfectly even across the counter, and the bottles are sitting level on the countertop. Now let's look at it from the counterpoint view.
Oh, so he's trying to say that from the counterpart's view, underneath the bulb, it looks like the bulb is going down just as our sun goes down, right? But when you look from another point of view, it's literally just going straight across the sky. It's not going down, it's going straight. Hinting our Earth is flat. What do you think? Let me know.
Okay, so y'all that sound good. But how do seasons work then? See, what I need y'all to know is that the sun and the moon are actually closer than what they are telling y'all. The sun and the moon are inside the firmament with us. See, electromagnetism actually perfectly explains how the sun and the moon rotates on Earth. See, the sun and the moon are not rock or gas, they're light sources. Now, these light sources are in the shape of a disc that rotate the Earth like a clock, but in a coil-like spiral, dictating the seasons and the climate as it goes. See, now when the sun is beyond the equator ring, the northern hemisphere experiences summer, and the southern hemisphere experiences winter. Inversely, when below the equator ring, the southern hemisphere will experience summer, and the northern hemisphere will experience winter. They got y'all thinking that there's life beyond the Earth. There is no space. There is no other planets out there. God says he sits at the top of the firmament. Those planets that y'all are seeing in those telescopes, those are called wandering stars. All of these are light sources. They are not solid objects. Alright, Anais, so how does a solar eclipse work on a flat Earth? And why can't we see stars during an eclipse of the sun and the moon? See, God says in eclipses, the sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the coming of the great and glorious days of the Lord. As so, see, a solar eclipse happens when the sun and the moon decides to rotate over each other. As so.
Wow. Okay, so real quick, I think I covered that in my last video. So we're just gonna skip over that like I didn't see it. Like we didn't see it, okay? Okay. This is a different video though, I promise.
Post Malone exposes the government. Watch this.
This man is Austin Richard Post, also known as Post Malone. He's an American rapper from Syracuse, New York, but he's also the same man who exposed the government.
The biggest lies of the U.S. government, it's not what it used to be. It used to be so sick and about the people and about freedom and all that, but now it's just bullshit. Now it's a reality show, and I think there's gonna be a lot of weird shit that happens within our lifetime and within our generation that really changes the way of the world. So move somewhere, because whenever martial law is declared, or whenever the credit cards fail, whenever your cards fail, whenever your banks fail and you can't use your card anymore, you have 3 days to get out of where you are, because that's when they're coming for you. That's the big move. That's checkmate right there. And they think they have you. But move out to the country, get your scraps, stand up for yourself, build a tower, build a long road to where you can see them coming. Don't give up. America.
America. I love that he said that. He probably got really punished for it, because you haven't seen him since. But listen, there have been rumors going around that this has been since Obama was president, okay? When he was presidente, there was rumors going around that he was going to shut down the country and declare martial law. And when your credit cards failed on a Friday, that's when you had 3 days to get the fuck out of Dodge and go hide somewhere, up in the mountains, out in the desert, somewhere, like he said, build you a long road where you can see them coming, get a lot of land, all this stuff, okay? That's what he said. That's what the rumors were. But nothing ever happened. But can you imagine in today's society where they're even putting Trump, our president, in jail? Like, okay. But Biden's in bed with China. Let me just stop talking. Okay, let me stop talking, because I'm going to get myself in trouble by Daddy YouTube. Don't tell him I said that. Shh, don't tell nobody. But listen, it's for real. The minute you can't use your money, get the fuck out of Dodge. Okay, baby girl? Okay, moving on.
Wake the fuck up.
What?
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
I see.
You're right, there is a firmament. The thing that you have wrong about it is that it's made of glass. The firmament's not made of glass. The reason we can't go through the firmament is because it's a different vibrational field. That is to say, the same vibrational fields that hold my body together or my hand together, instead of it flying off into a million billion different molecules and atoms, is the frequency of this place we live in. I mean, look at any audio frequency test. Put sand on a speaker, give it different frequencies. What happens? They take shape, they take form.
A new report from Reuters today found that every single living president is a descendant of slave owners, except for one, and it's not Barack Obama. Turns out Donald Trump is the one who didn't actually have ancestors that owned slaves, and they called him a racist, they called his family racist. The report also confirms that Elizabeth Warren is not either, in fact, a Native American, as if we needed any more proof, but her family did own slaves too.
Now, you said something on social media the other day that outer space is the ocean.
Right.
Explain that.
I can't do it.
You can't explain it?
I can explain it, but I don't want to explain it on camera.
Is it one of those things where it's just like, we don't know what's up there and we don't know what's down there?
Kinda.
The ocean is the new outer space.
Straight up.
It is?
Yeah, you know these
Straight
guys
up.
who died, they were explorers like Christopher Columbus. And
Yeah, I don't think it's a little sus that he just kind of walked up out of nowhere and knew what they were talking about and was like prepared to talk about it, and then gave the guy like courage to say something? That's just a little bit suspicious. Just saying.
and all that.
And they do have life forms under the ocean right now in the trenches that we are yet to see. We haven't seen near some of the life forms that have been out there. Your blood has the flower and the fauna of the land in it. It means that the DNA of all the life forms on the land is in your DNA because you've been here for 20, 30,000 years. They can't say the same thing.
Okay. It was suspicious I got really
Oh shit! Wake up, please.
No, I'm not okay, dude. You're a freaking alien. Should I put this back on? It seems like it's freaking you out.
Yeah, I'm freaking out. What the hell is going on? Why did you take me? Why did you take the group?
Oh, how do I explain this? You know how when you're doing a science experiment?
We were a science experiment?
Yes. We needed a random cross-section of subjects to test so that we could learn about humans.
Who is we?
We is the alliance between reptilians, whites, and grays. We've been working together to take over your planet.
Wait, like an invasion? How much time do we have?
Oh, no, we've already invaded you. Think about it. Monsanto, your presidents, we got you guys looking at tiny little screens 20 hours a day. We've been subverting you from within. That's phase one.
Phase one? How many phases are there?
Just two.
What is phase two? Is it like harvesting our organs? Is it mind control? Are you depleting our planet's resources? What?
Maybe. We haven't gotten our orders yet. But yes, historically, phase twos don't end well. That's why I need your help, Ozzy. We need to stop it. You're the only one I can trust.
You've lied to me ever since I met you. You ruined my life, and now you need my help?
Yes. Look, I get that you don't want to trust me, but believe it or not, we used to be friends.
We were never friends.
Been in his life ever since he was a kid.
And now I know the reason why.
Do you remember when you were in 7th grade and those kids stole your yo-yo?
Why did those kids pick on me and steal my yo-yo?
I don't know. Some people are mean.
You're not mean. Are we friends?
Excuse me.
Yeah?
I think that yo-yo belongs to someone else.
No, it's mine.
No, it's not. And you know what happens to little kids who lie?
What?
Boo. Stay away from Ozzy, unless you want to see me again. Did you ever get bullied after that?
No.
What about when you were in journalism school and you were living in that 2-bedroom apartment on the water for $500 a month?
You were my landlord?
I sold that building for a boatload of profit after you left. And I want to show you something. I've been carrying this with me for 30 years. I need your help, Ozzy. I want to blow the whistle on this hand.
I wonder what.
Why do you think your house is shaped like a square? Squares, they got you living in boxes. Squares and rectangles to hinder you. This is a prism shape. Rectangles, they hinder electricity. These are prism shapes. Rectangles. Rectangles. Squares and rectangles, these are prism shapes. Meanwhile, you're supposed to live under pyramid-like structural domes because your electricity could flow. They know that, so they put you in prison.
Let's read this. Architecture using sacred geometry. A cathode is a type of electrode through which electrons move. Electrons are a semiconductor, usually a metal, that is connected to something that is not metal. A cathode delivers electrons negative charged, and the anode collects electrons that have a positive charge. Okay. Well, you learn something new every day, don't you?
Or prism shapes, which is where the word prison comes from. It comes from prism. So, rectangles.
I don't know about that.
Right, you can't generate no electricity with rectangle shapes. Those are prisms. You need in vortexes, pyramids. This is the vortex right here. The point where two lines meet to form any electrical output. This is why in Egypt there's big ass pyramids with what? Vortexes. That's the whole point of a pyramid. Is it's a vortex. Vortex. Vortex.
Okay.
That's why we had them. And they will never tell you that.
How come he can't ever find a shirt?
They try to act like they don't know why they're there. They know why the fuck they're there and what they're there to do.
Where's your shirt?
Energy, generate electricity and energy.
Generate a shirt.
We literally eat the shit. We are electricity. At your base form, you break down to atoms, electrons, neutrons, protons, neutrinos, light photons. That's all electricity.
Okay. All right.
The Matrix wasn't a movie. It was a documentary.
Yeah, for real.
Why are you stressing? We live in a simulation. I probably shouldn't have said that so loud. The government's listening. You still believe that the earth is round? You're asleep.
I can't believe I have to talk about this again.
That was really cute. I like that. Did y'all like that? It was cute.
But here we go. I want you to take a good look at the pictures behind me. Take a very good look. I guess no one likes to use critical thinking anymore. It truly lets me know who's in the Matrix and who's not. Remember I talked about the Lensa app and how it's creating avatars out of you by using your information and through face recognition? Y'all remember that? That video went completely viral? You remember? What do you think Remini is doing? Which is another artificial intelligence app just like Lensa. I already know a lot of y'all haven't read the terms and conditions. You willingly did it because it's popular and it's trending. A lot of y'all will accept the mark of the beast without questioning anything. You just do it. You selling your soul cheap. They don't even gotta ask you for nothing. You just give it over. Let me show y'all what Remini is doing with these AI babies. Read what this says. Popular app Remini is reportedly making AI child version of its users. This is literally happening and I cannot make this up because there's women and men reporting that this is happening. I guess after hearing this information, how many more people will be using this app? Let me show you the terms and conditions that they're not allowed to do this. I want y'all to pause and read this. This is Remini's terms and conditions. It's basically letting you know they are not allowed to participate in any exploitation whatsoever, but that's exactly what they are doing. Are they not? Just for the record, when you sign up for these apps, you won't be getting paid, you won't be receiving any royalties. They can use your face, your avatar in any way that they please, and there's nothing that you can do because you signed the contract. I want y'all to say it with me. Love our children, protect our children, stand with our children, because when we do something, they do it too. Remember that. I love y'all, family. I'll see you in the next video.
Yo, that went sideways fast. Like I genuinely thought he was gonna talk about how like they're taking your face and they're using it for AI and they're blah 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 blah. And like you don't even know what they're doing with your picture and stuff like that, and you should get royalties. But then how are they making child porn off of your face? Is that the app where you take like your boyfriend's face or your girlfriend's face and you mix them together and you see what your babies are gonna look like, right? That's what I thought it was. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. But in the end, if they're making child off of it, then shit, why is anybody using that? Why is anybody giving them the power to do that with your picture? Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that went sideways so fast. Sorry.
Sure.
This is the homemade emergency lamp that never goes out. You will never buy a candle again, and you will say goodbye to blackouts by preparing this lamp using few ingredients and that you probably have in your house. To begin, we will need a glass jar. You don't need to buy a new one, since you can use an old one that you would throw in the trash. We will also use a piece of cotton thread. It can be the kind we use for sewing, and with the help of a nail, we will make a hole in the lid of the jar. You must do it very carefully. Make sure that the diameter is correct, so that you can pass the thread completely through. We also need an aluminum lid like this one, and we will also make a hole in the lid. It is super important that the lid we use is aluminum for the technique to work. With the help of scissors, we will cut a piece of wire, which is about the same size as the bottle, so that it fits perfectly. Now we pass it through the hole in the lid of the jar, and then the smaller lid. I would like to know what city you are watching from, so I can send a special hug in the next video. Today's hug goes to Jennifer from Chile. After passing the wire, we will use the cooking oil as fuel for the lamp. You can use the brand you prefer. This is the best of this lamp, because it is made with ingredients that we have at home. This lamp doesn't go out, and can last all day. Then tie the wire this way, so that nothing can pass through the hole. Now let's stir it well, until all the wire is wet. Do it this way I'm doing it, careful not to spill it on your table. It is important that it is completely wet, otherwise the candle will not last long, and you're done. Now let's try our lamp. As a final step, I will show you how it works. I will use a lighter. The oil on the bottom will be the fuel for this lamp, so when it runs out, you just need to fill it up again, so it will work again. If this is your first time watching our video, remember to comment your city and follow our page. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Bye.
I think it's so funny that like these things are awesome, whatever. But like I think it's so funny that they think first of all we're gonna remember how to make any of this shit if it ever comes to push to shove, or that we're gonna have all of these ingredients to put together if we're in the apocalypse and we have no food, no money, no water, like none of this shit. Let's just be realistic. You're not gonna have one of these. It's almost pointless to look at. Like, what you looking at, little girl? What you looking at, little girl?
Find information out of the bowels of an agency can be challenging.
UFOs? Any UFOs? Did you ask about that?
I've certainly asked about it.
And?
Can't tell you. Sorry.
Okay. All right, I'll take that as a yes. Because if there were none, you'd say there was none, right?
Right.
You just played your hand. I thought you were a poker player. You just 100% showed your river card.
Feel free to think that.
I do. I do.
I do too.
It's so much. It makes me happy to think that you want to tell me about
Can
UFOs.
I say it used to be that UFOs was the what is it? Roswell was the biggest conspiracy, and now that seems so tame, right?
Right.
The idea that the government might have an alien spaceship.
Here is that there's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They did not have an easily explainable pattern. And so, I think that people still take seriously trying to investigate and figure out what that is.
He literally has the best, ability to say so many words without saying a damn thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, his message is a lot of words, but there's no message in there. It's like, what the fuck did you just say? Or we already knew that. What do you mean? Why even say that? It's like a gift of politicians or something.
Put salt on the door of your house, and the next day you won't believe the results you will have. Besides using salt this way, there are several other ways, which will bring positive energies to your home and family.
And a lot of
Many people use salt only in food, but salt has a secret that can change your life.
Really?
It is totally responsible for ending bad energy, both in your home and at work. It also serves to attract luck and abundance to your family. You will only need to cut a lemon in half and place it in a container. After that, you should just cover it with a spoonful of salt. We should place this at the entrance of the house. This will be responsible for absorbing bad energy.
He said a spoonful, and he put 5 spoonfuls.
Also remember that the lemon has an aroma that is able to ward off insects.
And also, is that not a lime? Sorry.
Before I tell you the next tip, comment here below the name of your city, so I can greet you and send you a big hug. To attract luck and health, you should put 1 teaspoon of salt and a little water in a container. It is also ideal to place it in front of your house and leave it for at least a day. This will help to bring cheer to your home, as well as put an end to stress and anxiety in your house. Another infallible advice that few people know is to use salt to attract money and love. It is very simple. You just have to put a spoonful of salt in a bag, and put it in your purse. This will already bring great results. There are many ways to use salt. All of these will change your life. This is the last way to use salt. Just put an amount to almost fill the container. Another element that is indispensable is garlic. Let's put some garlic cloves in the salt, the way I'm doing it. If you feel that nothing is working out for you, try this. I guarantee it will get better. This not only attracts luck, but also fights insects. To finish, just put a bay leaf. With this, you will have several ways to attract good energies. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got this far, tell me which city you are watching from. Today's hug goes to Claygy. I'll be right here. Stay with God until next time and bye.
Okay, so the premise of this is salt is actually a crystal or broken down crystal, and crystals attract it. Salt is a crystal. Crystals attract energy, and I guess he's trying to say that if you put that with something else that attracts energy, certain energies, you'll get the bad energy absorbed and it'll go away. I don't know. Who knows if this is true? It just seems like a way to waste salt. And also, if you're going to do this, either use actual rock salt or Himalayan rock salt. The pink one, that's the best.
Bye.
Yeah, that's a lime, not a lemon. Oh, people.
It's been almost a week since this video was released, and people are really surprised that this lady hasn't came out or even been identified.
Okay, y'all, before you click off, you have to see this fucking video about this girl. Watch this, because nobody has pointed this out except for this guy. Watch.
To be honest, I'm not really surprised. If you look at the body language, you can kind of tell that this video was staged. She even had time to throw up a Baphomet as above so below symbol. Like, that's not natural. Now people are saying she might actually be the person, not real. If you zoom in closely, you can actually see that she might be wearing a mask.
Right? Like, we've seen that video a million times, but nobody has pointed out that she put up the Baphomet signal, or that she had a wrinkle on her neck that looked like a fucking mask. It's crazy, right?
Afraid of something? Afraid of someone saying something, thinking badly of you? If you become who you wish to be?
Yes.
Who?
Family.
Well, why would they think that? Why would they think badly of you being who you actually are? Is it because they want you to be someone you're not?
Yes.
All right, well, can I ask you a question?
Please.
Is it possible to be someone you're not?
Yes.
It is? How? Enlighten us. How can you be someone you're not? You can, to use your word, try to be someone you're not, but you can't be someone you're not. Go ahead, be someone you're not, right now.
I believe that we are socially conditioned to the point.
Socially conditioned is a fancy word for pattern and habit. And we already talked about pattern and habit. I am socially conditioned. Oh, how good for you. If you know you're socially conditioned, you're no longer socially conditioned.
Thank you.
So, even though your family may not know this consciously, in their hearts, what they really wish for you, in their spirits, in their souls, in their hearts, is for you to be who you truly are. That's how you honor them. That's how you honor yourself. I know that in their physical minds, they may not think that way, but if you are going to be the good daughter, how about you think better for them?
Can you elaborate?
Think better of yourself on their behalf, if they can't do it for you.
Thank you.
Does that help?
Yes.
Then you will be honoring their legacy, even if they don't know that's what you're doing. Because they really do want you to be who you are, even if they say differently.
Wow, I think the biggest to take away from that was the fact that he said that if you know you have been socially conditioned, you are no longer socially conditioned. Isn't that amazing? Because like we get in these spiritual journeys and we're like, oh my God, I'm there. I have gone through the hell of life and I have been socially conditioned. I have been through a spiritual journey, through the dark of nightness or whatever they call it, dark night of the soul. I've been through it all and I am here finally, or am I? You get set back or something happens and you're like, oh my God, did I even go through that spiritual journey, or is that just something in my mind? But it's amazing to think that if you know that you have been through those journeys, you have been through those journeys. They're real. They're tangible. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a real journey you went through. To know that you were socially conditioned, to realize it, to try to fight it and get out of it, to face your demons and go through the dark night of the soul or the spiritual journey that you're on now. It's a big deal, and we have to honor that every single day, because if we don't, we will lose it. And then we'll be in this place of, did that ever really happen? Was it ever really real? Have I been through a setback? Do I need another one? Like, no, you've come so far, don't step backwards. Let me get off my soapbox. Well, that's the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed, please share this with a friend that needs to hear this as well. I really appreciate you being here with me today. And if the universe has led you here in a crazy twist of fate, please do hit that subscribe button. We gotta get to 1,000, guys. We gotta do it by the end of the year. We're gonna do it, okay? This is a great community. We're all been talking about this whole social thing, this whole, you know, spiritual journey. So if you have any questions or comments for me, please do leave them down in the comments below. Leave a like, share the video, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you in the next crazy TikTok video. Bye!